What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is Football Insights. Click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you'll be the first person to receive it. This is a Ghanaian content, Ghana Black Stars World Cup qualifiers game. Ghana versus Central African Republic. Ghana won by 4-3. Not the performance we wanted, but it is a win. World Cup qualifiers, all we need is a win. So Ghana won by 4-3 against Central African Republic in the Baba Yara Sports Stadium yesterday. Big results for Ghana. Let's get straight into the video. So we are going to start with the lineup that Ghana went in the game with. Very, people had problems with this particular lineup because in the first game against Mali, Tarek Lamptey played, and then we all know that Ali Dissedu and then Tarek Lamptey, there is difference. Ali Dissedu is the old-fashioned right back, but Tarek Lamptey is the new-fashioned right back. So people had problems with this particular lineup because they felt Tarek Lamptey should have started ahead of Ali Dissedu because this is a game we are going to attack more. But let's quickly check out the lineup. Otoado, the Ottoman, went in a game with Atizigi in the goal post. We will speak about him. Atizigi, I don't think he has the capacity to take us there where we want to be. I don't think Atizigi has the capacity to take us there. But currently, he is the best option we have now. So Atizigi in the goal post, Ali Dusedu as the right back, Jiku as the right centre back, and then Salisu. I have a whole lot of things to say about this guy. Salisu as the left centre back. The left back is Gideon Mensah, Partey, and then Salis as the double pivot. And then in front of them is Kudus. We have Kamaldeen Sulemana here, and then Fatau Isaaku also here, and then Jordan Ayew, the hat-trick god. Jordan Ayew, the hat-trick god. You also have him as the striker, or he was striking, coming into this particular game. He had come from the bench and then won the game for Ghana in Mali, in Bamako. So people didn't, expect him to start. People were like, oh, when Jordan Ayew comes from the bench, that is where you see Jordan Ayew. But then, the coach took it upon himself to start Jordan Ayew in this particular Central African Republic game because, mind you, we were going to attack. This is a very important point. We were going to attack. We were playing home in the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, Kumasi, so we were going to attack. That is why I feel the coach played Jordan Ayew as the striker or the lone striker in a 4-2-3-1 shape. We have some, couple of lineups that is also looks like, a 3-back shape where you see Ali Dissedu, Salisu, and then, Jiku as the 3-back. And then you see Fatau Isaaku operating as the right wing back, and then Gideon Mensah operating as the left wing back. But in the game that I watched, I saw the first lineup was the one Otuado went in the game with. This is the Central African Republic, lineup. They have their goalkeeper. Their names are, a bit difficult, so you bear with me. Their goalkeeper, his name is, what a name. Ufinga is the goalkeeper. They have the left back to be, Yangao, left back is Yangao, Flory, Yangao. They also have Amos Younger, and then they also have Dobi. They also have Tatuna as the right back, and then they have Piora as they were playing 4-3-3 though, but Jeffrey Kondombia, he was the well-known guy in this particular lineup because he's the only guy I know in this Central African Republic team. Jeffrey Kondombia, what a player! He was, basically obstructing the midfield play of the Ghana Blasters. So big shout outs to Jeffrey Kondombia. So Jeffrey Kondombia, and then we also have Solid in here completing the midfield, and then we have Namganda also operating as the left wing, and then we have Babola also operating as the right wing, and then their striker, he scored Hattrick. He replied Jordan Ayew by also scoring Hattrick. So their striker's name was also Luis Mafuta. This is also the lineup Central African Republic also went in the game with. But before we start on the analysis of the game, we would have to big up the Kumasi people. What an atmosphere, crazy atmosphere. So big shout outs to the Kumasi people. The atmosphere is always crazy. Whenever Ghana Blaster is playing, the atmosphere is crazy. So big shout outs to the Kumasi people. When you look at the atmosphere here, they really showed up for Ghana. Always they have been showing up for Ghana. I bet you if it was Accra, we wouldn't have, gotten an atmosphere like this. And then in a World Cup qualifiers game, atmosphere is a very key factor. If you want to win, atmosphere is part. So big shout out to the Kumasi people. They have really showed much love to this particular Ghana Blaster team. So that is what we have on the Kumasi people. Massive shout outs to them. But going into the game, it was obvious that Ghana was going to attack because, coming in a game or coming in a win from Mali in Bamako, we reported in Ghana around 130 something. So it was always, the plan to attack the Central African Republic guys, because on any day, let's be honest, Central African Republic is nowhere near Ghana in terms of football. Everything, even in football, everything, they are nowhere near Ghana. In music, entertainment, everything, they are nowhere near Ghana. Economy, everything. So it was expected that if we are playing a football game with Central African Republic, we would have to attack them. Especially playing at Kumasi, we would have to attack them. But then, let me say this. It is a World Cup qualifiers. No team is small. We don't have any small team here. And then you can see some couple of, results on the continent. Yesterday, Egypt drew with Guinea-Bissau 1-1. Benin scored Nigeria. We'll talk about them in the latter part of the video. But Benin won against Nigeria 2-1. Nigeria, they have problems. We'll talk about that. But then you can see the trend. Comoros scored Ghana. So it is a World Cup qualifiers. The new World Cup format has also made, some smaller teams, I don't disrespect to them, but then some teams in Africa that we don't normally see them in the World Cup stage. It has made them, has boosted their confidence that now the pathway to get into the World Cup is now easier. So they can also do something to also go to the World Cup. So if you are playing a World Cup qualifiers, no team is a small team. Don't underestimate or don't underrate any team. I think that is one lesson we have learned about this particular World Cup qualifiers. When you see what happened to Ghana against Comoros and then what is happening to Nigeria right now, even Egypt, you can see that there is no small team in World Cup qualifiers, But Ghana won by 4-3. And in the first half, Central African Republic did something. And then it was always, right that Otuado rectified the situation. He rectified the problem because in the first half, we were thinking the Central African Republic guys was going to use our method because, ideally, Partey and then Salis should be able to control Geoffrey Kodobia and then the likes. They were supposed to operate or they were supposed to overshadow them. But then they didn't use the method in the first half. They were defending a bit and then catching us on a counter attack, and then we have a problem at the back. Salisu, I don't know what is wrong with Salisu, but it looks like when he came back from injury, he has not been playing, regular game for Monaco. So he is starting for Ghana Blaster. I knew that this bad performance by Salisu was going to operate or was going to happen. Surely it was going to happen. So our defense looks bad. We have conceded many goals in this particular World Cup qualifiers. But in the first half, Central African Republic they were playing long balls. They were not using our method. So you could see in the first half, our method was not in the system because the ball was not passing the method. They were not using the method. And then even Ghana, when we get the ball, we are not even utilizing the method that much. The midfielders, Partey and then Salis, were also not in the game, especially Partey. But in the second half, he came into Partey. So Partey. But in the first half, they were playing long balls. So as you can see, all the goals they scored, a long ball, and then their striker, Mafuta, what a solo goal. He scored 2 solo goals. I could say, 3 solo goals because the last goal he scored was a free kick. So that was a solo goal. What a goal by Mafuta. But that was what happened in the first half. But Jordan Ayew early in the game got the penalty for Ghana, scored the penalty for Ghana. That is exactly how come the Central African Republic were using long balls because they were defending a bit and then they were catching us on a counter attack. But Otuado rectified that in the second half. So Mafuta scored 2 goals. The second goal by Central African Republic, I don't know what Salisu was doing, because Ali Seidu, or it seems one of the players, was, challenging Mafuta. You had no business in coming forward, Salisu. You had absolutely no business in coming forward. But Salisu decided to come forward, and then the striker quickly, gone past all the 2 guys and then scored. So in the first half, Ghana didn't do well in the first half. Honestly, in the first half, Ghana didn't do well. But then in the second half, that was where Ghana came to party. And then, recently the comebacks has been very good for Ghana. At least, always I say this, the first half is for the players. The second half is for the coach. So if you are a coach and you are able to impact the players, you are able to impact the game in the second half, then it means that you are doing something right. So the first half belongs to the players. The second half belongs to the coach. And then surely Otuado did something in the second half. He told the boys something. So when you can see when the boys came out in the second half, they started to attack because we had no business in defending. We had to attack because we were playing home. We had to attack. Mali has played 3 home games. They have now 4 points. So it is a very, 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 very good opportunity for us, if you are playing home, to just win all our home games. Because the pathway for the 2026 World Cup is, it's basically, it's not difficult. Considering if you are playing against Chad, Comoros, Madagascar, Central African Republic, and then Mali in your group, it is not difficult. If you happen to be on the top of the table, you get automatic qualification. So it's not difficult. Like first, so the second half, Otuado impacted the game. The boys came and then, they started to attack the Central African Republic players, and then quickly in the second half, in the 60th minute, Jordan Ayew scored a very brilliant goal. Jordan Ayew, so big shout outs to Jordan Ayew. But then, the rain also helped us, because in the second half it rained and then we were playing home, so we had the advantage. But 60th minute, Jordan Ayew scored a very, very, very good goal for Ghana. So that was 2-2 in the 62nd minute. And I love the fact that the goals came. The goals was, coming. It was coming, So in the 62nd minute, Fatao Ishaku also scored it. That was a very, very, very brilliant shot by Fatao Ishaku, but it deflected. So ricochet, and then the ball went into the net. So Fatao Ishaku, and then as you can see his, celebration, the Asamoah dance, So Fatao Ishaku, big shout outs to him. Second half, he came into the game. The first half, he was basically lost in the game. He was basically lost, and then it's Kamaldeen Sulemana. I have to talk about Kamaldeen Sulemana. We had a lot of shot on targets, but most of them were baby shots. Kudus played some baby shot. Kamaldeen Sulemana was playing baby shot. Some shot that I myself, I'm not a keeper, but I myself can save those kind of shots. So Kamaldeen Sulemana, bro, you would have to work on your, I know you are a very good player, because when he gets the ball, you can see that this guy is a very good player. But then it is left with some technique, and then Adreno, Kamaldeen, I was saying, the mind has to grow. So that's what I have to say about Kamaldeen Sulemana. But then Fatao Ishaku scored in the 62nd minute, and then Jordan Ayew also added one in the 69th minute. So the Hattrick hero, Jordan Ayew, I know we are fighting demons, but we'll continue to shine. 2 games, 4 goals for Jordan Ayew. What a player, big player for Ghana. He has done really, really well for us in this particular World Cup qualifiers. So we are done with our games. In next year, March, we'll come again. So Ghana Black Stars. But then Atizigi, I told you I will talk about Atizigi. Ghana, if you want to move to a certain standard, we would have to get, scout good goalkeepers, because Atizigi cannot take us there. Because when you look at Mafuta's last goal, that was the free kick. Atizigi was basically there, and then the ball was coming. A keeper who plays in Switzerland league, bro, you should be able to save this particular ball. I don't know what was wrong with Atizigi. Atizigi was there, and then the ball went straight into the net. He tried to save it, but the ball went straight into the net. So big shout outs to Mafuta, Hattrick for Mafuta, Hattrick for Jordan Ayew, 4-3 against Central African Republic. Otuado had some words to say. As I said, the rain was a big factor in Ghana winning this particular match. So Otuado, this is what he has to say. The rain helped us play better and move the ball faster. Thank you, God, for letting it rain. So that is what Otuado had to say about the rain. So the rain also played a very crucial role in this particular win. I cannot lie here. The rain played a very crucial role in this particular win, 4-3 against Central African Republic. Quickly, let's check out our table. The 2026 World Cup qualifiers, Africa in Group I. Our table, Ghana, we have played 4 games. We have 9 points. Very, 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 goal difference 2. So very solid performance. 9.4 games, 9 points. It is okay. Madagascar has 6 points. They have played 3 games now. Comoros has also played 3 games now. They will play against Mali. I'm expecting Mali to win, or a draw game will do for us. So Comoros has 6 points. Mali also had 4 points. They have played 3 home games. They have 4 points. So we have a very, very, very good, chance in topping the group of, Ghana, Madagascar, Comoros, Mali, Central African Republic, and then Chad. Chad are sitting last, 0 points. Central African Republic is also sitting, last but one by 4 points, minus 2 goals. Nigeria, let's move to them. They lost by 2-1 against Benin. Nigeria currently has, I think they have 4 points. Played 4 matches. They have 4 points. 3 draws, 1 lost. What is happening to Nigeria? Nigeria, they have players, but they don't have a team. When I watch their collapse, you can see them calling about 8 strikers. And I ask myself, what are these guys on? What are they doing? About 8 strikers. What are you using the 8 strikers for? Maximum, you play 2 strikers in a game. So why are you calling 8 strikers for? You should be able to build a team, call a team, and not stars or strikers. You think you have strikers in abundance, so you can call like 9, 8 strikers, bro. It's not like that. So Nigeria, they have a team problem that they have to solve. Going into the next year's qualifiers, that is on March 2025, they have to do something right. If they really want to qualify for this particular World Cup, they have to do something right. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have to say about the Ghana game, and then a bit about the Nigerian game, where Nigeria lost by 2-1 against Benin. What do you think about Jordan Ayew? What do you think about Ghana? What do you think about Otuado? 2 games, 2 wins. What do you think about we are conceding? So what do you think? Just drop your comments down below. I will see you in the next video. This is Football Insights. My name is Kobo, and peace.